This is not going to be a happy video. I'm just going to say that off the top. It's going to be a somber one. Roman Anthony done for what seems to potentially be the rest of the season. The Red Sox lay an absolute stinker in the series finale against the Cleveland Guardians. We're going to cover it all in today's video. But before we do, just show Roman Anthony some love, because this is a horrible injury that nobody wanted to see. And I feel bad for Roman Anthony, the person. He's 21 years old, has been coming onto the scene and been one of the best players in his rookie season in Major League Baseball. And then his season gets derailed in the middle of a playoff push due to a really crappy injury. So all I want you to do is go down below and spam his jersey number 19 as many times as possible in the comments. I want to get 200, 250 comments on today's video with just 19s. Show Roman Anthony some love, because he's been integral to this team and he's been very valuable to this team. So go down below, type your 19s, show Roman Anthony some love. Everything you need to know about the Roman Anthony injury, you are going to find in today's video. Welcome in to another edition of the Red Sox Rundown. I am your host, Jack. I am going to try my best to recap everything that happened in the Roman Anthony saga, where he stands, what his rehab looks like, when he could potentially return, and what the Red Sox are going to do without him. So if you've been living under a rock the past few days, in the second game of this series 2 days ago, Roman Anthony struck out, and when walking back to the dugout, you could tell that there was some discomfort in his left side. He left the rest of the game, and the update was that he was very sore and he was going to be getting an MRI the next day, which was yesterday. Well, he got the MRI, and reports started to trickle out that it seems like it's very likely that Roman Anthony would be put on the injured list. Then the news came. Alex Cora went on WEEI for his weekly spot, and he confirmed what is really the worst case scenario from what we were imagining. A left oblique strain, which has a common recovery time of 4 to 6 weeks. Not great. Not great whatsoever. Roman Anthony then spoke to the media and said a lot of things, but this is probably the most telling quote about the injury. He said, "I think they said it was a level 2 oblique strain. I could be wrong. They said it was kind of what they expected based on my reaction, how I initially handled it when I came in here." So if you don't know about, doctor speak and grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5 strains, Tyler Milliken actually did some digging and looked up previous examples of level 2 oblique strains, and not great. A lot of the players ranged from 4, 5, 6 weeks to get back, sometimes even longer if there were setbacks. I put out my short yesterday, and a lot of people were telling me, "Hey, Jack, stop panicking. It's all going to be okay. He'll be back, blah-da-dee, blah-da-da." One guy said, "Does this guy even know how dates work?" And I do. I don't think that commenter knew how dates work, because this is a serious injury, especially at this time of the year. I have every right, and I think a lot of Red Sox fans have every right, to be panicking about this injury. Guys, I don't think you realize how close we are to the playoffs now. 4 weeks, the minimum recovery time from an injury like this. We would be 2-3 days into the wild card series at that point. It was 4 weeks from September 2nd, which was 2 days ago, would be game 1 of the AL wildcard game. And again, that's the minimum recovery time, usually, for a strain like this. Okay? Are we starting to compute here? Minimum. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be the minimum amount of time. 6 weeks from now, which is the larger portion, we'd be in the middle of the ALCS, not even the ALDS, the ALCS. If they get there. Here's what Alex Cora had to say when he said what he had to say about Roman Anthony. He said, I told him to envision ALCS first at bat. That's what I told him. Just put that goal in your mind and hopefully it happens. So to all the people that told me that I was panicking too much, he'll be back. It'll be okay. It's not the end of the world. Well, did you see the stinker they put out on the field last night? Now, I get it. That was the pitching. That wasn't really Roman Anthony's fault. Did you see the lineup they put out last night? That lineup's not getting you to the ALCS. It's not. It's not. Now, there's another part of this. The other part is that Wilyer Abreu is also missing. Now, the Band-Aid was that you had a fully functioning, non-injured outfield. But now you don't. Now you're trotting Nate Eaton out as your leadoff hitter. Or Nate Eaton, excuse me. Yeah, I said Nate Eaton. You're trying out Nate Eaton as your leadoff man. Now, no disrespect to Nate Eaton, but you're not competing for an ALCS berth with Nate Eaton as your leadoff man. It's just not happening. Again, respect Nate Eaton. He's played fine. This is not good, guys. And I know that a lot of us are trying to take the copium right now, but Roman Anthony's impact in this lineup was unfounded. A 21-year-old rookie having such an impact on your lineup, leading a lot of stat categories on the Red Sox since he's been called up. You can't replace that with some utility AAA, quadruple A guy. It's irreplaceable. Having your leadoff man out for basically the rest of the year, the player that has, again, led a lot of stat categories offensively since he's been called up, that's irreplaceable, guys. Like, that's not good. That's not good. And, again, the timeline. Do the math. 4 weeks minimum. That's game 2 or 3 of the AL wildcard. Okay, say you make it past the AL wildcard. Great, you have him back for the ALDS. Awesome. But again, 4 weeks seems very unlikely based on past cases of this same injury. 6 weeks. You're in the middle of the ALCS. If you get to the ALCS. And I know I'm being a Debbie Downer here, but do we honestly believe, without Roman Anthony, with how much our rotation is a question mark, with apparently Kyle Harrison having an injury now and not being called up, do we seriously believe, without our leadoff hitter, one of the best players on our team, do we seriously believe that this is an ALCS-worthy team without Roman Anthony? Again, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I think the answer is no. And I think a lot of people would agree with me. So, it's the worst news Red Sox fans could have gotten yesterday. The worst. We were hoping it was a little tweak, out for a few days of rest, and he's good to go. But instead, we got maybe potentially a level 2, grade 2, we don't know, but some sort of left oblique strain that's going to sideline him 4 to 6 weeks. What is your panic level surrounding the Roman Anthony injury and just the state of the Boston Red Sox right now? Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being this team's going to win the World Series even without Roman Anthony. I'm so confident this team is so good. 10 being the season is cooked. Thank you, Red Sox Nation. Just put the graphic up right now. I'm going to say, and excuse me as I respond to a message here real quick. I'm going to say 7. They make the playoffs. I don't think they miss the playoffs. They would have to have a circa 2011 collapse to miss the playoffs. And I think their schedule is just too easy for that to happen. And if it does, I'll eat crow. I'll say whatever. But past that, I don't know. Do you hold off the Yankees and take the top wild card spot? I don't think you win the division. So do I think you make the playoffs? Yes. Do you go far in the playoffs? I don't think so. Without Roman Anthony, definitely not. So I'm going to say a 7, but you let me know. What's your level of panic surrounding the Roman Anthony injury? Through the good and through the bad, we're covering the Boston Red Sox. We've done over 130, 135 recap shorts this year, 130, 135 full-length videos. Wins, losses, injuries, health, through sickness and health, through love and through whatever, the vows are. We are here, and that is my commitment to you. Yesterday was an absolute stinker. I didn't want to make this video, but that's my commitment to you. Daily videos surrounding the Boston Red Sox with all of the latest news that you need to know as we get more injury updates on Wilyer Abreu, on Roman Anthony, when Kyle Harrison eventually finally gets healthy and gets called up. We are going to have videos around that. And as the playoffs get closer, more content's coming. That's my promise to you. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button. If you already have hit that subscribe button, send the link to a Red Sox fan that you know. I guarantee you that they're going to love the content as much as you do. I'm going to speed run this because I really don't want to talk about this game. I'm going to speed run it. Red Sox lose 8-1. This game was over going into the bottom of the second inning. The Guardians were up 7-1. They put up a 6 spot in the second inning. They went bullpen day, I guess. Kyle Harrison, does he have an ankle injury? Does he not? Apparently he does, but apparently it's not bad enough that he couldn't have pitched. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. What I do know, Kyle Harrison didn't get called up. There's some sort of ankle ailment, and they went with a bullpen game, and it just absolutely blew in their faces. Brendan Bernardino. I love Brendan Bernardino. He's had a great season. He couldn't get out of the first inning. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, no Ks. 2 outs, couldn't get out of the first inning. You bring in Jordan Hicks, who finishes the first, then comes into the second, and does what Jordan Hicks does. 4 hits, 1 K, 4 runs, 1 home run. He's horrible. DFA him now. I don't care if there's multiple years left on his deal. I don't care. It's time. It's time to let him go. The fact, and I'm an Alex Cora defender. You guys that have watched me since the beginning of this channel's inception know that. I'm an Alex Cora defender. I will defend him till the day that I die. He is my manager. But for him to give Jordan Hicks the Anthony Volpe treatment that Aaron Boone gives Anthony Volpe, it makes me sick to my stomach because there's nothing. Jordan Hicks has shown you no signs of life this year at all. Nothing since you've acquired him. There's no good there. And Alex Cora continues to say, we're close. We're close. He's had some good pitches here, some good pitches there, this, that, the other thing. No. He brings you nothing. He is a clear net negative. He is horrible. And again, I preface this every time I crap on a player. I'm sure he's a great guy. I got no personal gripes towards Jordan Hicks, the person. I don't have any gripes towards Hicks as a person, but as a baseball player, go take your ass somewhere else because this is horrible. He is so bad. It's not even funny. What's the stats? Someone tweeted him. I need to see him because I just got to say him. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. This video tonight's off the rails, and it's just because I'm over it. I'm really, really, really over it. Thankfully, Peyton Tolley pitches on Friday tomorrow, so that's going to be really cool. But really, really bad. Okay. Jared Carabas has the tweet. I'm going to read it out for you. Since July 1st, 122 relievers have made at least 20 appearances. Okay? Bear with me here. Here's where Jordan Hicks ranks among those 122 relievers. An 8.66 ERA, 120th out of 122. A 2.09 whip, 121st out of 122. 7.13 K per 9. That's 103rd out of 122. 12.74 hits per 9. That's 121st out of 122. A .33 opponent batting average. That is dead last, 122nd out of 122. And a .984 opponent OPS, 121st out of 122. I'm giving that a big old retweet from Mr. Jared Carabas. There's no positive there. Not a single one of those stats is a positive. He is weighing you down like an anchor. He's done nothing to help this team. I don't care that he has years left on the deal. Take the L and let him go. That's all I'm going to say on that. Zach Kelly actually pitched really well. 4 innings. He actually got the chunk of the innings in this game. Only 2 hits, 4 Ks, no runs, no walks. He looked really good. Really good. Dustin May also gives you 3. He only sacrifices 1 run. Silver lining, I guess. And then your offense didn't do much either. I mean, we're crapping on the pitching, and it really was the pitching's fault. The pitching did you dirty tonight. Again, 7 runs before the Red Sox could even hit a second time. But your offense didn't do anything to help you either. 7 hits, 10 Ks, 2 walks. Romy Gonzalez goes 2 for 4. He's got the only multi-hit game of the night. Nick Sogard has an RBI, the lone RBI of the night. Nate Eaton has a hit. Alex Bregman goes 0 for. Trevor Story goes 0 for. Ceddanne Rafaela goes 0 for. Just a bad night. Just a bad night. Let's look at scores around the league. We'll look at scores. What makes this even worse is the fact that the Blue Jays were losing for a good chunk of their game, and then they hit like 5 home runs, came back and won. So the Blue Jays beat the Reds 13-9. Mariners lost, so that's good. They lost 9-4 to the Royals. Not the Royals, the Rays. The Royals also lost, so that's good. The Rangers lost, so that's good. The Yankees are tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 8th, but the Astros have 2 on, so they might lose. That's not a guarantee, though. So most of the teams you needed to lose actually lost, except for the Blue Jays. So you lose a game on Toronto. And then we'll see what happens with New York. Again, I've said the last few nights that a team's going to lose and then they win, so I'm not going to say what I feel one way or the other. You guys will know by the time you watch the video. But as the standings currently stand before the Yankee game ends, 4.5 up on the Mariners for the 3rd wildcard spot. You're 5.5 up on the Rangers, 6 up on the Rangers. So that's a sizable gap. Like, you're sitting pretty in the wild card. Again, I'm not worried about them making the playoffs. It's what happens after they make the playoffs. And then you're a half game back on the Yankees. That could change if they end up losing. If they lose, you'll be tied. So it is what it is. You head to Arizona, and I believe it is Peyton Tolley, Lucas Giolito, Brian Bayo, I think is what they're trotting out. So you let me know. Predict the Red Sox record against the D-backs. They're 4th in the West. They sold. They're not really good. They lost Lourdes Gurriel to a torn ACL, I believe was the injury a few days ago. They're on an all-time low. I would expect you to win this series, but at this point, I don't really know. So you let me know. Predict the Red Sox record down below against the D-backs in the comments section below. Go follow me on Twitter at Jack Lotteray. That's going to be linked down below in the comments and the description of today's video. I am tweeting constantly about the Boston Red Sox. I tweet out highlights. I live tweet the games. I rant. I rave. I yell. I do it all on Twitter. I'm a great follow, I think. I think you might enjoy. So go follow me on Twitter, linked in the comments and description of today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. We'll see you in tomorrow's video. Hopefully I've got some good news for you guys. And until next time, go Sox.